On Cristian Romero, commiserations to Kuti, lost the World Cup final yesterday.
Went off injured, didn't he?
Yeah, he did go off injured. Both their centre-backs went off injured. But Fabrizio Romano says Romero is still fully expected to leave Tottenham this summer. Inter Milan are understood to be interested, along with Barcelona too, providing they sell a defender. Alistair Gold saying, inside the club, Cristian Romero is respected by all Tottenham players as a leader who sets the tone. However, there has been a growing belief or a growing feeling over recent years that his power within the club has swollen a little too much. Romero's performances throughout the World Cup will increase his chances of Tottenham getting the asking price they want for him this summer. I wonder what extent of the injury is. Is it going to hamper any sort of move, this injury? But
I think we've spoken about that power being swollen a few times, and I think that's when we talk about him making all those public statements and then not being punished for it, and also, you know, him turning up late sometimes after talks from Frank and all these things where it seems like he has carte blanche because he signed that contract. He can kind of just do what he wants, and no one can say shit to him because we were so desperate to keep him at the time. So maybe a lot of that power, he started to kind of abuse it a bit. I mean, that's maybe what the Ali Gold is implying there when he says all that kind of stuff, and people have obviously said that before. But is that more of a club thing, or is that more of the player from the player side? Are the players the ones annoyed by it, or is it more the club getting annoyed by his antics? There's suggestions we would even accept as low as 40 million, which is a bit crazy for Cristian Romero. But at the end of the day, if we're that desperate to get rid of him, as much as I appreciate him as a player, if we're that desperate to get rid, he's that desperate to go, then either you take 40 million or you have to send him out on loan. And what's the best scenario? So how much are you really losing? You're probably losing 20 million or something, which is significant. But if you just want rid of this and you just want it to end, then you're gonna have to probably compromise. I'll be shocked though if he does go for as low as 40. But
it'll be nuts if he goes for 40 and Bergvall goes to 50 or 60.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I mean, he's had such a good World Cup. He's again displaying how good he can be and what a good player he is. But yeah, if it's 40, I think that kind of puts Inter Milan back in the race. I think if it's any more than that, I don't think they're going to go for it. But yeah, 40 million that's probably something they might be able to do. I still think we haven't heard the last of Atletico though.
Yeah, maybe. But again, apparently there was suggestion. I think SZY was saying it that if it is between Atletico and Barca, he'll choose Barca. Apparently he's a Barca fan, which I never knew before. So yeah, I mean, Barca says in this report that they need to make a defender sale if they're going to buy one. I wonder who could go.
I know, obviously, they got Kubarasi, and I know they have Haruho, he's still there, but I think he's always injured. They had, I think they just gave Christensen a new contract.
Oh,
so I think so. So I don't know if he's going to leave anytime soon. Who else they got at centre-back off the top of my head? They got another young one, don't they? And don't they have another one alongside Kubarasi? So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who they're going to sell if they're going to bring in Kuti.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see like who is in that Barcelona backline that could go. I'm surely. Let's see. Oh, they got that Gerard Martin.
Yeah,
don't they? He's the young one you're talking about.
Yeah.
So Arujo actually played quite a bit towards the back end of the season, so maybe it's him.
Eric Garcia, they still have.
Eric Garcia,
he could go.
He came on yesterday, yeah.
He could go.
So, yeah, there's a couple. So, I think in terms of who would get the most money from, probably is a Barcelona, isn't it?
Well, it might be Atletico if they get big money. If Barca aren't... Look, there is a world where Barca aren't bothered about selling any of their defenders. They go big on Alvarez or big on someone else. And they don't want to spend what we want for a centre-back. And maybe Atletico get a bit of a windfall and they're willing to put 50 or 60 on Romero. So maybe that's the case. If Barca don't go for Alvarez and maybe sign other players for... they just won Adiemi, didn't they? And maybe they're going for cheaper players. And maybe they look at Romero and go, yeah, maybe he's worth 50.
Mad, isn't it? Because they've just bought two left wingers. Adiemi and Gordon. They spent over 100 million. So yeah, look, we'll see. I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot about Cristian Romero now the World Cup's over. So watch this space. in terms of Mickey van de Ven, apparently Spurs are going to be streamlining his new contract now, and it's expected that he could, well,
streamlining.
Yeah, going to make it their top priority.
Oh,
and Spurs are increasingly confident that he is going to sign now. So we need to get him signed.
Yeah, we keep hearing that like most weeks, don't we? He's gonna sign. We're gonna offer. He's gonna be our highest paid player. All this kind of stuff. So.
It went quiet for a while because we heard it a lot after the season when he was like saying he's going to stay, but we actually haven't heard of any contract talks since then. So now, hopefully, the contract's going to be signed.
I think it's within Mickey's interest to sign because you get to pay bump. And if it doesn't work out again, he can still push to leave next season. I know it'd be easier if he ran down his contract, but you might as well take the pay bump. And then, if anything does happen, and things go awry like they threatened to last season, well, they did last season, but obviously De Zerbi came in and saved it. If he's still not happy, my point being, after a year, he can still probably push to leave and will probably take the money.
Mm. Yeah, exactly. So hopefully this contract gets sorted sooner rather than later. In terms of some potential incomings, let's talk about Junior Kroupi once again. There are a lot of PSG publications or PSG journalists talking about Kroupi in the last 24 hours. One called Malik Traore says that PSG are walking away from the Yandandy Amande transfer due to complications surrounding his image rights. PSG are now set to pursue Eli Junior Kroupi as an alternative. Abdel Hamed says that PSG would be open to join the race for Kroupi if Bournemouth lower their €100 million valuation to 80 to 85 million euros. The Frenchman's profile appeals more to Luis Enrique than the likes of Yandandy Amande, and Team Talk saying that Tottenham remain determined to test Bournemouth's resolve on Eli Junior Kroupi. I mean, if that is the price, it's €100 million and not £100 million. That makes it, 85 million pounds. That's a little bit more palatable.
And I think we should do it. I think, we've said many times, he's a quality player with unbelievable ability in front of goal, and someone that I think would absolutely cook under De Zerbi. I think he could score bags of goals at Spurs, but obviously only doing it for 1 year, it's also a massive risk. But PSG, obviously, there are also talks with them in Akilush, I've read. And is the Yandandy Amande, is that thing actually dead, or is there just hiccups? We have to wait and see. So I really hope they don't enter the race, because I think if they enter the race and they're willing to put that money down that they were going to put on Diomande, and he's going to be cheaper than Diomande, because Diomande would have been 120, and he's going to be potentially 100 million euros. So maybe they could justify it in a sense that he's a lot cheaper, and he's Premier League, proven in a higher league than Diomande as well. So in some ways, Kroupi could be less of a risk than Diomande. You could argue, and to make it cheaper, you have to worry that they might, if they don't sign Diomande, they turn in that direction if that's what they want. Yeah. So for us, I think what we should do is just put the money down now.
Say less of a risk monetary wise, yeah, but I mean Diomande is more proven now.
Is he?
Well, the season that he's just had, it's just been phenomenal.
He's had a good season, but they both had good seasons.
Yeah, but I think the levels of the two seasons, like Diomande was literally like one of, if not the best left winger in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, but we're playing Premier League.
Yeah, it's true. And don't get me wrong, Kroupi's had a fantastic season.
Premier League's much harder.
It is, but yeah, of course it is. But what he's done in the Bundesliga has been special.
Yeah, but Kroupi, in his own way, it's been special. Because you actually look at, I was looking at this the other day, a list of players of Kroupi's age who have scored as many goals as him. And it's literally only like top players, like Owen, Anelka, Robbie Fowler, all like top strikers. So Rooney, I think maybe as well. So that goes to show how hard it is to do what Kroupi did last
100%.
season.
100%. I'm not knocking what Kroupi did. I just feel like what
is he? My point is it 40 million more proven?
Probably not. Probably not.
So that's my point.
If Kroupi was from Ivory Coast, he would have been starting at the World Cup as well, I guess. But obviously Diomande was able to show it on the world stage.
Yeah, true. He had a great World Cup, and Kroupi only really does it, plays for under 21 still of France, because if you just look at the France attacking line of have you ever been meant to get into that at his age? Right now it's tough.
What were his numbers last season?
Kroupi?
No, Diomande.
I think
they
he was
monstrous, weren't they?
Assists, yes. Goals, maybe 10. What was it? 10 goals, 15 assists or something?
12 goals, 8 assists.
Okay.
Actually, he got the same amount of goals as Kroupi.
Kroupi got one more.
One more. So, all right, Kroupi, less of a risk. I agree now.
Yeah, I think they're similar risk, you could argue. Like, similar. I think what I would say about Diomande, maybe where you could say he's a lesser risk, is just because physically, like,
but also
he's so much quicker.
Though.
They are different positions. They're not. Kroupi's not a winger. Diomande is a pure winger.
Yeah.
So it's different. Yeah, but maybe he wants Kroupi to play that inside left channel like Kavisha maybe, or something, inside forward like maybe Dembele can do. But Dembele plays up front centrally.
The reality is, if PSG become a serious player in Kroupi, that's it for us.
Yeah, we're not going. Yeah, we won't get him because he wants to go there as well, being French and everything. But again, Kroupi, if he looks to the PSG front three, how the hell is he going to get in there?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a big question mark.
And if they sign Akilush as well on top of that.
Who do they play behind the striker?
They don't. They play 4-3-3.
Right. So
they play Neves, Ruiz, and Vitinha in the three.
Yeah. I don't know, unless he goes for a formation change and drops Ruiz and puts
the whole way it works is having that
there,
three.
But I just can't see it.
No, you wouldn't.
I don't know. Unless there's a big sale happening in PSG over the next couple of years.
Yeah, maybe he thinks Dembele's getting near 30. Is it time to start think about his replacement potentially? Obviously, Doué's younger than Kroupi, isn't he? So he ain't going anywhere. Kavisha is still in his 20s. He's fine. Yeah, I don't know.
Are these guys going to stay there for like the rest of their careers, or at least for like the next 2, 3, 4 years?
Probably, unless they start to lose their talent. Or lose their, start to...
Do they not think like they want to leave the French league at some point and go to like a Real Madrid or like a Real, like a better league, basically?
I do.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think Dembele is the obvious one because he's 29. So you might think in 2-3 years' time, is he actually going to be as good as he is now? So maybe at that point you think, yeah, Kroupi's got... But right now, if you're Kroupi... I don't think it's the right move for him, PSG, personally. I know he would want to go there, but I just don't think it's the right move for him going there now. I think Tottenham would be the right move.
Yeah.
I know I'm biased, but I just think I'm trying to be objective about it.
Tottenham is most definitely the right move.
But it is, objectively. I'm just trying to be objective about it. Like, PSG, is no way he's going to go there and play as much minutes and
even at Tottenham,
develop.
there's a few question marks there in terms of what position he's going to play.
What position, yes, but will he play? That's
he'll definitely play.
That's my
what
point.
Position is he going to play?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, but he will play, and he will play in an attacking team. Yeah, I don't know. I think Tottenham's a better move for him right now than PSG. Going to PSG after 1 year, I think that's too early for him.
There's just been an update on Lucas Bergvall from Himothy, and he says that Tottenham have rejected a second bid from Nottingham Forest for Lucas Bergvall. The expectation is another bid will be sent and should reach an agreeable figure. All parties expect the deal to be done. Bergvall has already spoken to Glasner.
Oh, but that's big. Already spoken to Glasner. So what? Is he saying?
So the last bid was 38. I reckon this one was probably matching Newcastle's bid. Well, I don't know why. It's probably got to be more than Newcastle's bid if we rejected Newcastle's bid.
Maybe similar. I don't know.
Maybe 45. Maybe
Newcastle's 46 apparently.
46. So maybe like 48. Maybe they'll settle on 50.
But is he saying? So is he saying Newcastle out of the running at the moment?
He hasn't mentioned Newcastle. He's just saying that
bidding will be great.
Yeah, he expects a deal to be done with Forest. That's what he's saying.
Okay, interesting. Unless Newcastle swoop in.
Yeah.
If you're Bergvall, where would you go? And you got two options on the table.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because Newcastle are obviously the bigger club. Objectively, or on the face of things, you want to join Newcastle. But I think there's a really exciting project at Forest now with Glasner there. So,
but if you go to Forest, you might never be able to leave.
Yeah. I think potentially Forest. I think like Newcastle seemed like a team on the way down. Forest could be a team on the way up right now.
Interesting. Yeah, you might be right about that. But what's better if it's better development, playing under Glasner or playing under Howe?
Howe could even be gone in the next few months.
Yeah, it's also true. It's also true. So yeah, you probably think Glasner as well just had Anderson and not Anderson. He had Wharton, and how he developed him, and he seems to do well with his central midfielders, to be fair. So maybe Forest might be the better shout for his development.
Yeah. All right, so that's the Bergvall news. Apparently a second bid rejected from Nottingham Forest. Let's talk about Yandandy Amande now. And so Romano says that PSG have agreed terms with Yandandy Amande since June, but other clubs keep calling to try and enter the deal. There's no agreement between PSG and Leipzig yet. Talks continue. It's up to PSG now. SZY has said Spurs are one of the clubs that have called Leipzig for Yandandy Amande in recent days.
Any chances? Anything? What are we saying? What are we saying here? We got some money to splash. 120, you say? It's child's play. We can do 120. We can do 120, no problem.
Exactly. We shit 120 million every morning.
Yeah, I mean, the Yandandy Amande would be. I mean, but if he would be willing to come to Tottenham, why would he not be willing to go to Liverpool?
I think he was willing to go to Liverpool. I think Leipzig rejected the bid.
No, I understand that, but then they said, "Oh, he doesn't want to go to Liverpool. He only wants to go PSG."
Yeah, I think maybe once PSG came in,
that's what I'm saying.
PSG was his choice, but I don't think Liverpool or PSG are able to come to an agreement with Leipzig.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, like if Spurs,
he'll go to Liverpool for sure.
So if those teams can't match the fee, then it must be more than 120. So how much is it going to be?
God knows how much it's going to be. It's a crazy figure that they're banding about for Yandandy Amande. I don't know if it's worth it. Worth going through all this for Yandandy Amande. I know he's had a great season and he looked good at the World Cup, but it could be close to like 130, 140 million, which is just nuts.
Yeah, that for a player with one good season and a good... look, he does look incredible, doesn't he? He does. When you watch him play, he glides past players. He's physically strong, yet he's lightning quick, and he does seem to have... not the best decision making, but he does have some final product as well at the end of it. He's not just a flash in the pan. He seems to actually be quite effective. Obviously, he needs to better it, but he seems to be fairly effective as well. So he does have all the ingredients. You can't deny that. But when the figures that are being banded about are absolutely nuts.
The problem where it comes down to is probably what Malik Traore was talking about, saying the complications surrounding his image rights. That's probably where...
Been there before.
Yeah, who was
Dybala.
Yeah, Dybala. So it's just like, how much you have to pay for these bloody image rights?
Yeah, I wonder how much extra is. Tanzolik says Leipzig valuation of Diomande is between 110 and 93.5 million euros.
But then you've got to the image rights stuff on top of that. Yeah, because
I thought Liverpool had 116 million bid rejected, I thought.
Was it 116?
I thought so, 110 maybe. That's what I thought it was. They had a very high bid rejected.
116. Yeah. That's what the rumours were, 116 million euros.
Yeah. I just don't see a world where Tottenham are able to outbid PSG and Liverpool in this. But then again, look what's happened this window. Do you think if they say 130 million, and then PSG and Liverpool say that's too much, we walk away, and Leipzig go to us, say if you put 130, and Diomande says yeah, I'll come, we do it?
I think we would. I actually think we're crazy enough to do it.
That'd be mad.
I mean, I'll take it. I'll be
money talks.
If we sign Yandandy Amande.
At the end of the day, he's 19. Maybe he sees Tottenham as a stepping stone to a bigger club.
But I don't know if I can see De Zerbi sanctioning that big of a sale or that big of a purchase for a 19-year-old. That's where I think it could fall down.
Maybe you'd rather just spend the 65 on Savinho. Well, obviously you want both, but... would Tottenham actually do it? I guess if De Zerbi says yes, they probably would.
I think Tottenham would do it. I'm just not sure if De Zerbi would be like, yeah, go break your transfer record on a 19-year-old. As much as he's got amazing talent.
I guess another question is, would Diomande come to Spurs? I guess that's another question.
Yeah. It depends. If Leipzig can't agree a fee with a Liverpool or a PSG, then he might not have a choice. Like, it's either stay at Leipzig or come to Spurs.
So, or yeah, exactly. And maybe he could feel, he's only 19, second good season at Leipzig, then maybe convinces the bigger clubs more. Or does he go, you know what, Tottenham are here and now, I want to move immediately. But he's only been there 1 year, so he might not feel that way. But maybe he does.
I feel like Liverpool got proper sold on that first game of the World Cup. Like, he smashed it, and then Liverpool was just like, get me that player now.
Put the bid in, press the button, send it in. I would usually end this segment saying, he ain't coming to Tottenham. But you know what? You can't rule anything out right now with Tottenham with how we're spending. So you never truly know, but I'll be shocked.
Yeah, I am starting to worry slightly about the forward line.
I've had a couple of weeks out of signing. What's going on? Was it 2 weeks? When was the last time we signed a player?
It's not even, it's not even about that. It's just about, like, we're not really linked with anyone new. Like, it's just, we're linked with Kroupi, we're linked with Savinho. There's no kind of number 9 links or anything like that. Is Kroupi actually going to come? I'm not sure if it's looking likely. So at the moment, you're looking at Savinho. We need 3 players in. Who are these players going to be?
There'll probably be names coming out. There's a long time left. There'll be names we haven't heard of yet. I don't know. I can't really say. I wouldn't have said Tonali would have been a name, and then he just came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden here he is.
Yeah.
So, it's tough to say who it's going to be, but I think there's going to be names that we linked with. I'm sure of that.
It's mad, and when you think about it as well, like, we've nearly brought in 100 million of sales already.
Yeah.
100, that's crazy. We haven't even sold anyone.
I know, it's mad, isn't it? Fringe players who don't play. We've got 100 million for it.
Mad.
Osimhen, someone says. Maybe his name hasn't...
Bring me Osimhen now. And let's finish off talking about Savinho.
The never-ending story.
Yeah, this one literally is the never-ending story. SZY says there is still no full agreement with Man City for Savinho, but the expectation is that it still gets done. And Savinho has already told his teammates that he's leaving to join Spurs.
That's the next step. When's he going to tell the club that he's leaving? Wait, so what was the first bit you said?
No agreement yet.
No agreement yet. God. So how can Savinho say he's tell his teammates he's leaving? There's no agreement between the clubs. That's ridiculous. Surely only after there's an agreement you can finally say, because he might end up staying if we never find an agreement.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Both those things can't be true, are they? Or maybe he's that confident there will be an agreement. He's already started saying it.
Maybe that they have agreed on a price, but they haven't agreed on kind of how that's all split up in terms of add-ons and this and that. Because I think that's what the case was for Tonali for a while. So that could be the case.
Here we go today. When's the Here We Go coming? What's your Here We Go census saying? Today.
My Here We Go census says 3 weeks ago. That's what it says.
They're off at the moment. Yeah. Here We Go census.
I don't think they've ever been on.
I think I've got a theory that Romano's delaying the deal so you can just get a bunch of more tweets out, get some more money out of this deal, squeeze it for all the juice he can before the Here We Go comes.
Yeah. He'll be in before MK Dons. He'll start that.
Yeah, weekend on Wednesday. I'd love that. Let's see. I think everyone's confident this one's going to get done. It will get done eventually, but it just seems to be taking absolute age for whatever reason. I mean,
it's true. By the way, what someone says, that was also reported that Man City are waiting to put the green light on it until they find a replacement.
There the talks of Mbaye Niang. No, Mbaye Niang? Yeah, that name? For the Senegal winger. He scored against France at the World Cup.
PSG player.
Yeah, he scored against France at the World Cup. So there's talks of Man City maybe being interested for him. Could be. I mean, SZY, I think, denied it. He said that they're not looking for a replacement. Or was it Spurs Journo? One of the two. They said they're not looking for a replacement. It's not true. But Romano said he is, so pick your fighter, who you believe. But let's see. I think we're all excited to see Savinho in a Tottenham shirt and get him running at defenders and getting bums off seats. That would be exciting, but just have to wait a little bit longer, it seems.
Well, let's just get him through the door so we can move on and get to the next player, man. I'm already excited who's going to be the next player after Savinho. Savinho's already boring now. So let's just get him over the line so we can focus on
You're bored of him.
Next.
He hasn't even put in the shirt yet. You're already bored of him.
I'm bored of the saga.
Is this our longest ever saga? It's been a year. It's been over a year now.
Has it been how long? I'm sure we've had longer. We must have had longer.
I don't know. We've had ones over like a whole summer. We had ones over a whole span of a year.
I mean, Dybala was linked with us for like 5 years.
Yeah, true. But he never signed, did he? Yeah, I get it.
Anyway, who knows?
Put in the comments, what is our longest ever saga you can think of? What are the longest sagas you can think of? I guess Conor Gallagher, actually, that was a hell of a saga. We were linked for 3 years before we ended up getting him.
Yeah, Conor, every single transfer window.
Damiao, Brian Daigle says Damiao. Yeah, that was a few years as well.